That's right, everybody. That was the Rob Tui theme, courtesy of Blair, founder of Fantasy Grounds College. Here we go! All right, somebody's typing. I hear it. Welcome, everybody, to All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show. This is a show that is meant to teach and help everybody, but the opinions stated by those of us that are hosting the show are not those of Smiteworks USA, LLC, or Fantasy Grounds. And you see here, today's show is going to be about Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, and our special guest is Drake, and we'll get to him in just a second. But let me introduce my co-host, Mr. Blair. How are you, sir?
I am doing fine. I'm missing the Furied Fate. I think she got her state got blown over by that hurricane, and she's having internet. But yes, I'm here, and for once, and I would like to let everyone know that we are planning on the Halloween thing that's coming up in the 25th through the 27th of October, the Spooktober Ultimate Weekend. So if you guys are out there and you want to run games or play in them, just join us for that.
Excellent. And what are the dates for that?
That's the 25th through the 27th. It's like the weekend before Halloween, and it'll be the entire weekend.
All right, cool. And do we have Lady Shell? Is Lady Shell here?
I am here.
All right. Welcome. How are you?
I'm tired from bringing my darn groceries back. That's a hassle, and it's hot.
Right. Or why do we have to get groceries? Why can't we just be alive and not have to feed ourselves? It's such a problem. I agree. Well, good. Welcome to you. And then we do not have Fury Fate. She might pop in, but I doubt she will because of her internet connection. But we do have our guest this evening, one Mr. Drake or DrakePD or Drake Takes. It depends on where you see him. How are you, sir?
Good. How is everybody tonight? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Sunday evening. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Sunday evening where we are anyway.
It's been a great weekend so far. It really has.
Well, so for those that don't know, Drake is the DM of a Baldur's Gate campaign here on this channel on Saturday nights. And we've played session 0 and then 1 and then session 2. And then we did sort of monkeying around in Baldur's Gate because that was all before the module came out. And then yesterday we played session 3, which was the first time we had the module, and we dabbled around in that. And so we gave away a copy of it last night, and we're going to give away another copy tonight. Plus, during this show sometime as well, a copy of the Rob Tui coding package will be given away, which is not a free giveaway. This is something that Drake sent me money for and paid for specifically to be able to give it away on the show tonight. So I'm not giving it away for free. He paid for it, but I am giving away the module for free, which I'm going to buy. So as we get into it, perhaps, I know Leroon has a lot of questions. I imagine Lady Shell has a lot of questions, but maybe Drake, as someone who's DMing this and taking a look at it, you want to tell us about certain highlights that you like or things we should look at, and then what I'll do is I'll do my best to just forget everything after the show and pretend I don't know anything when we play, which I don't think I'll have to pretend. Idea, yeah. I think I'll just forget.
Well, we're initially just going to start off on Chapter 2 with the singing of Gilligan's Island. Rob, take it away. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, so last night. Yeah,
I saw that too.
Yeah, there is a poem in the... Oh, I have the player's guide open, don't I? Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. There is a poem in the module, which it doesn't... I don't think it says in the module, but a little known secret is that you can sing this poem to the tune of Gilligan's Island. So if you're DMing this, I'm trying to find it here so I can demonstrate a portion of it anyway. What's the name of it?
Elf Song.
It's called Elf Song?
Yeah, I tell you what page it's on, but Fantasy Grounds.
Page, yeah, what page is it on? Can I look up Elf Song? Can I do that? Oh, here it is right here. Elf Song. So you see it's written out here, but then watch what happens. If you try to, for any young kids out there who don't know what Gilligan's Island is, look it up. But you can do it to the tune of Gilligan's Island. I love you, man. Sinister DJ, thanks for the resub. I appreciate that. So here we go. Oh, sing a song of Elturel, of water, woods, and hill. The sun dawns on her ruddy cliffs and fields of green and still. Yeah, that's all. I'm not going to continue like I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey.
Inspiration.
Yeah,
Good
during
job.
the game yesterday, we have chat XP during the game where you can affect the game. And while I was singing that, somebody bought disadvantage for me because I guess they didn't like it. But that was funny. Anyway, so good. Let's look at this. Let's go back and just clear this off. So let's go to the reference manual. Boom. So as all the WotC modules do in Fantasy Grounds, mostly all of them are converted by Zacchaeus. I do the backup ones when they have too much work, but he does most of them. And it's
Chat wants more.
I love you, man.
Chat wants more. Lady Shell resub. Thank you, Lady Shell. You're the best. Here is all the credits, and I always look to see if there are Fantasy Grounds module by Zacchaeus. I always look to see if they put the playtester's name in there because I was mad the one thing I ever playtested, they never put the names in. Thanks to our playtesters, of course. Everyone except for the one I did is not printed. Very upsetting. Pronunciation guide. Anyway, sorry, Drake. Go ahead and what would you like me to highlight to let people know?
Well, there's one thing that I really dig about this module, and before, I've DM'd for years, and there was always that confusion about devils and demons and blah blah blah. This book kind of clarifies a lot of that, and the story behind it, and the artwork that they've done in this book is really cool. And I'm a big artwork guy, so that's the first thing I like to look at is artwork and stuff. But they've got a ton of it. The initial story starts off in Baldur's Gate, and it goes over the Flaming Fist. Everybody knows of the Flaming Fist. If you ran through Tomb of Annihilation, you know who those assholes are. Running around and taking your crap, making you buy crap and go to a fort and all that. Those, yeah, same assholes, but now you're in their turf. This is where they're from. So you got to deal with those guys and moving through the city. There's not a lot of Baldur's Gate per se as far as development and details because that's been done. Baldur's Gate is around. It's been around a long time, and there's several modules that went into or adventures that went into Baldur's Gate. So they hit on some of that, and I use some of the older stuff that like Walking Dude did, and a couple other people, and combined it. And I'm using different maps for the Baldur's Gate portion to give it a little more immersion. But like that Sword Coast map is okay.
Yeah.
Eventually, what I'm kind of excited is you get to go to Candle Keep, and there's some stuff in Candle Keep. When was the last time you did anything with Candle Keep? It's always been there on the coast, this secret like library, but no one really gets to go there. And the details with the patriarchs that run Baldur's Gate is pretty cool. The four dukes and the underlying turmoil and strife and the backstabbing, because Baldur's Gate is not Waterdeep. Trust me, Baldur's Gate is. If you've ever ran anything like Luskan, it's like worse than Luskan. It is become just mean and nasty, and unless you're rich and locked away in your little upper city, you're low class, and you got to go in groups to the market or you're going to get robbed.
Yeah. I like the
It's-
whole subterfuge, like what am I trying to say? Backstab. Well, you said it. I don't need to repeat it. Yeah, I just like the whole criminal element of it.
And it immediately the book immediately starts talking about you're going to you're going to be going to hell, and this is devils and demons and the blood war that's all going on. And before I go a little bit further, look, that map is actually pretty cool.
This is really cool. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to memorize, but I remember in the game we were in Baldur's Gate, and we were gonna try to go down like to this gate here, and then we had to go to the temple, which was outside, in the outer city, and we had to get let through this gate here. But look at all this.
No, you had to go to the upper city, Rob.
The
remember?
upper city. Where's that?
And you went through the Baldur's Gate. See the wide up there in the top
I see.
left?
Okay,
of the city?
Yeah.
And
I thought we
under
went
Baldur's Gate.
on the map that we had. We went out this gate here and ended up like right
Yeah,
here.
That's the way you guys went to
To the temple, right? He had to go get his
meet
curse.
with Captain Zod.
Oh yeah, yeah.
At the gate. You didn't
General,
actually go
General
out.
Zod from Superman. That's how we met with. He had a patch on his eye.
Ooh. I have a
Hey,
question.
Rygar6719, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Go ahead, Lady Shell.
I want to know if you guys chose a secret for your group.
Oh.
Yes,
They didn't choose one.
We haven't chosen one, but what I did was the way the wanted poster thing. You made that up, right, Drake? That's not part of the thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Correct.
the way Drake started our campaign was he said we all had a wanted poster, and then he gave the guy's name who put out the wanted poster, and so what I did is I made my character his son. I said I'm wanted and he's my father, and he hates me, and he put me on a wanted poster. So then that thing blew up, and I mean I just basically I purposefully backed myself into something I'd have to role play my way out of, because I as everyone knows I'm not a role player, I'm a mechanics guy, but I fucked myself and it's pretty fun so far.
Well, no, in the adventure, what Lady Shell's talking about is each party gets to pick like a dark secret, what binds them together as a group. And but the party doesn't know it totally. Only a couple of the players do, and they mentioned it last week, but it didn't like sink in that they got into a fight early the first session. Actually, I think the fight actually started in session 0, if I maybe. But where they fought Vinny Bag of Donuts and they dumped his body down into the sewer. Well, Vinny Bag of Donuts was a mob boss kid, and now the guild, which runs Baldur's Gate, the dark side of Baldur's Gate, the criminal side, is looking for them. So that's their dark secret. They just didn't get to pick it.
We murdered somebody basically.
Yeah, they have the murder one.
And then now we have to go to hell.
And there's a couple of cool cities. The elf song.
Yeah, I'm just flipping through this. I mean, I'm just flipping through as you're talking, but
there's a dice game in here too that we didn't play, which I think if somebody's going to run this, I think it kind of hints that you should let the players play a couple of hands of this dice game called Baldur's Bones. It's basically
in an appendix.
Yeah, it's in the Elf Song Tavern. It starts off. The appendix is, see if I can find it for you. It's called Taverns in Baldur's Gate. It doesn't say a number on the appendix though. It's in the Elf Song Tavern now.
Okay, well we'll find it. I'm going through page by page. I skipped the chapters though, which is the adventure part of it. I didn't. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, the Elf Song Tavern is where you guys fought those pirates and
that's in chapter 1.
One Eye Guy. Yeah, that's chapter 1.
Now this is going to be all the the backgrounds. There is a new background. There's one new background called Faceless. That's the background for Baldur's Gate, and that's already been updated in the Rock2 modules. Thank you. Already done.
And I already downloaded it, so it's on the table. It was on the table last time. There is a what was I going to say? There is a crib sheet that Zacchaeus did that's pretty cool for the DMs.
Is it this thing here, the flow chart? Oh, you talking about the crib sheet?
Yeah, he did it's got the flow chart on it, but it's a little crib sheet. And I just drug it down on the hotbar.
Yep, this is it right here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just drug that right down on my hotbar, and there all that blub 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 blub, whatever you need.
Everything. Let's find that. Okay, I didn't look at it. No, I didn't see it. Spoiler. Let's find that dice game. Where's that? Said it was in the Elf Song Tavern.
Elf Song Tavern, yeah. It's Taverns in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, here it is. Baldur's Bones.
Yeah.
Each player puts an agreed ante. Each player rolls 3 dice. Play them for seats clockwise around the table with the host of the game going last. On their turn, a player Choose to stand or roll. Oh, you said yeah. You said if you know the game 21 or blackjack, you'll know this game.
Yeah, and you play it with dice. And I think you could set something up in Fantasy Grounds that it rolls
Oh, you could
the
totally do
dice
that.
and
Yeah, all you
click
got to
it.
do is go
yeah.
boom boom and roll the dice and see what you get. Got an 11. Pass. Next guy. Where'd the D6 go? Here it is. Guy rolls. Yeah, you could totally do it. It's easy.
I didn't play Fantasy Grounds.
I don't know. I forget. I never done it before.
Of course, there's some betting going on and stuff
Right.
between.
But here it
between
is.
hands.
It's if you guys want to go right to it in chapter 1 under Elf Song Tavern, it's in Taverns in Baldur's Gate is the story entry. You can pop it out. You can hotkey it. You can do whatever you want. That.
And what? And El Song Tavern's a old famous. If you've played the on the computer game, it's you go into that a lot.
Right.
I think in both versions. I never really played Baldur's Gate a lot. I messed around with it. That's a cool.
Yeah,
Whoever drew
this
that
is what you showed us
phenomenal.
at the beginning of the game yesterday. That's a cool picture. And then we kind of saw this, I think.
Well, that one you can show. That one just shows the Basilisk Gate. See, that's the one where you met Captain Zodge.
Right.
And then you went to the Elf Song Tavern, and then you had to go up to the bathhouse. Remember?
We had to take baths. Remember?
Yeah, that was cool. You guys. I was like, you guys are how much? And I'm like, it doesn't say. I'm like, it's free.
Yeah, I almost said, how come there's... Oh, I can't look at that. How come there's not everybody in here if it's free? Why isn't everybody here? Is it free? Tavern patron. These are commoners.
Scrawldar Fane. Those are actually people that you could have like had to help in the first fight, but you guys were like, whatever, we got it.
Who's this giving me a massage? Rihanna. Who's this? Rihanna.
No, those are the patrons that were in the Elf Song Tavern.
They were? Okay.
No, you got a massage.
Saw part of that. Yeah, I'm closing it fast because it's a... Yeah. I don't want to see it for the game.
Yeah, there's not really any spoilers on that.
There's not? Okay, look at it.
It's showing the Elf Song. Yeah, it's just showing the Elf Song.
Yeah, we came in...
Down on the bottom left.
Yeah, we came in and... Oh, this is the... Yeah, I thought this was the bathhouse. Oh, yeah, no, we came in, we were looking for somebody, we went upstairs, and then we had a fight here, and then these pirates came, and one was like, "Arr!" and ran away out the front door, and it was crazy.
So, quick question, guys. I'm looking at the stream, and I'm seeing the spreadsheet. So, is there
you are not seeing the spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
You're frozen, maybe.
Yeah, it's frozen for you. I'm looking at the screen, and I see the...
refresh. All right, no problem. Okay.
I have horrible internet, and I see the Elf Song Tavern thing.
Got it.
Right. So
I fixed it.
You know, I thought I was gonna hate the maps, but they're all right. I can. It gives you that old school feel, you know. I'm okay with it.
I like the maps when they work in Fantasy Grounds. Like this, you know, it's not pretty, but those squares are by God 5 feet. I'll tell you right now. You know what I mean? Like I love it when they work out that way. Because I'm converting the original D&D B2 Keep on the Borderlands, and of course that map was made in 1981, and they weren't thinking, hey, 30 years in the future, you know, they'll have or 40 years in the future, they'll have what's called virtual tabletops, and they'll have grids, and they'll each be 5 foot. You know, that's not what they were thinking, so it's really tough. But
we drew it with Etch-a-Sketch.
I think a lot of people's complaints about the maps are, especially if you buy the books, you're like $50 and I get black and white maps. Now, some people really love them, and they're like, oh yes, I love the maps. But for virtual tabletop, you would hope that they would be color or a little fancier, and that's only just because of what we're used to. Like Mike Schley is a great artist. He did all the early ones like Lost Mine of Phandelver, Prince of the Apocalypse, you know, all those. And then now you're getting a lot of Dyson Logos, and I don't believe this isn't his style, but they're sort of moving toward the 2-color basic maps, which do work well in Fantasy Grounds. You know, like I said, this is perfect 5-foot squares, and it works. But yeah, it's just a matter of opinion. But not all the maps are like that. Like, aren't some of the hell maps Didn't we see one already? I forgot. He made us.
You saw El Terrell, like the
Oh yeah,
city
El
map.
Terrell. He made us. He made us members of the Flaming Fist. Now we're back.
Deputies.
Or deputies. That's right. I wish I had your picture.
That-
What Drake did is he just took a picture of Captain Zod, Michael. I forget the actor's name from the recent Superman movie, and he took the drawing tool and he drew a patch over his eye. It was hilarious. You have to watch that stream from last night.
I said, Larry, I sent that picture to you. So
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't know if you were going to use it or not. I'm like, here you go. I did like 15 minutes of coloring. Everybody should share it.
So this is a level 1 through 13, I believe.
Yep.
Adventure in 5 chapters, and yeah, here's the gazetteer. It's got yeah, like Drake was saying, all the backgrounds, all the neighborhoods, all the government, the military, citizenry, economy and trade. It explains everything, religions. I really like this for some reason. The High House of Wonders. I love these sort of cutaway isometric maps. You know, they're not functional for battle or anything, but they're cool to look at. Dangers in Baldur's Gate. Yep. All the different parts of the city, everything's here. And then of course you've got the war machines are cool. We haven't done that yet, but I did look at a couple pictures. Let's see. They have some examples here. Let me find one. Oh wait, war machines. Here we go. So yeah, here's some war machines. Look how huge this thing is. Yeah, the demon grinder. Who's driving?
Look, that was
this?
a motorcycle. The left one, Devil rides a motorcycle.
This is how tall like an average humanoid is, and then this is how big these things are. And they've got stat blocks, and everything. So it's all happening. Mishaps.
Yeah. And the vehicle mechanics is kind of on there too a little bit, I think.
Yeah, it's similar to the ships, like in what do you call it? What is the name of the thing? Saltmarsh, the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. They have ship mechanics, and then these have like vehicle mechanics. But it's funny because in the original Player's Handbook from 5 years ago, and I mean it's been in every edition, but you see how they forethought stuff, because they have their skills you can have in vehicle piloting and ship driving, right? Ship piloting. What do you do to a ship? Steer it? What do you do? You're not a pilot. You're a sail. You sail it. But anyway, they had all it's all those rules have been in place for 5 years, and they're just now coming into play. So they really thought this whole thing out, how they were going to do this.
Lyroon ran some of those war machines in his little one shot the other day.
Oh yeah, there's some magic items. The battle standard of infernal power. Yeah, wherever that is, I'm getting.
That sounds good. I could see your character carrying that around.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna use it.
Standing on the front of a war machine.
yeah. I'm the guy. My character is the bard. He's gonna be the guy in Mad Max, strapped to the front with a electric guitar.
Stop right there. That's a soul coin. Soul coin.
Yeah, you collect souls. Oh my god. There's some new creatures. A bunch of them actually.
Ooh yeah, demons and devils.
These. I don't want to get any spoil. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. What was that? That's me after 3 pizzas.
Red
Holy
caps.
mother.
Red cap. Hey, that's a chick from Blade, isn't it? The one, the vampire fat one that was sitting in the cellar,
that's
the library.
Yeah, that's my friend Eric Edwards. My friend Eric Edwards. He played that. He was the 900-pound vampire in Blade.
There he is.
Yeah, that's him.
He's in.
He doesn't look like that anymore. You guys can look him up. That's a friend of mine, Eric Edwards. He's on IMDb and all that stuff. I talked to him the other day.
That was only 500 pounds.
No, he played the 900-pound vampire.
Oh, 900. Yeah, that's probably about right.
Here's the menu.
You can. Oh, look at that menu. Read a couple things on it. Like one of the appetizers. It's pretty cool.
Pickled vine blight salad. No thanks. Pan-fried myconid calf with garlic butter. I don't think so. Spicy shredded sturge sliders. Oh my god, I'm gonna vomit. Let's read the desserts. Candied phase spider eyes, and a raspberry liqueur reduction. That's hilarious. Sweet apple tart with a celestial caramel drizzle, and rare miniature stench. What is it?
Stench cow.
Stench cow with a
Stench cow
K.
cheese.
Stench cow cheese
Yeah, that's
selection. Oh yeah, or coffee and tea.
I think it's an abyssal animal or something.
It's all
Like
fucking fucked up shit, and then at the bottom, coffee or tea.
They have abyssal chickens. It's like
Yeah, they're the abyssal chicken. I know is actually it is actually a NPC in here. I
first
believe.
one. It's the first one on the
Yeah,
list.
abyssal chicken, and then there's got to be a picture of it. Jesus.
What is that thing?
Oh my God. Yeah. Doc indeed.
Those are wings. It doesn't fly though. It just kind of flutters.
That's just so funny.
It says it tastes like fatty chicken.
Story concept art. That's kind of cool that they have that in the book of all the
Yeah,
stuff
that
they
was
were-
cool. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I'll tell you
in
what
the
it
book.
is they got it down to however many pages, and then they're like, okay, we got 4 pages left, let's fill them. But pretty cool stuff.
Well, that was a good idea.
I wonder if these things are not in the book. You know, there's that book that came out, The Art of D&D, for like the last 40 years. I don't know if these are Infernal script. So you can.
Yeah, you can tell a whole story in Infernal if you want.
Yep. So lots to dig through in this module. And I mean, all the stuff we've shown in the last 25 minutes, and we didn't really look at the adventure because I didn't want to spoil too much for people. But here's the player's guide, which gives you the faceless background, so you can share with your players. You don't have to open up the DM's version and ruin everything. And then they have also a little reference manual for the players, which will give them the backgrounds and all the other backgrounds, all the regular ones that we've always been used to, and how they tie into Avernus, and then Dark Secrets is there too. My Dark Secret.
Yeah,
is
look, you guys got the murder one.
Yeah, the
murder details.
Murder details.
Yours
Yep.
details. There's another addition to the table that I made up, but
Oh, very good. Yeah, because it's that's the cool thing is that they give you random stuff that you could, as with anything, if you're a DM, you can always just make up your own stuff. If you have a story-minded brain that you can pull in from your creativity, then you can just do your own stuff. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch? Is that what this is? Is that what that's
right? She's gonna throw her to the ground, toss her on the ground.
Toss her on the ground. It's funny. What was that from? I was playing in some games. Somebody said, "Toss her on the ground, knock her over." It's funny.
That was this one.
Was it
that
this
was
one?
this one.
Okay, these all games all run together.
Yeah, they all blur together.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to type stories out. So when we start, it's all fresh in your head. Oh, yeah, that's right. There you go. There's the story. Because it's true. You play 3-4 games a week and it's all a
You
big
don't know what the
potato.
hell's
It's
going
all
on.
mixed together. Yeah.
So let's
Like,
give
what
away. Let's give away a prize. Let's first give away the Rob Tui coding package that you had sponsored for the show, and I'll show people what this is. For those that don't know, I'm sure most people do, but let's go and I'll show everybody what I'm talking about. Boop boop boop. Bring it up at the DM's Guild. Rob Tui coding package. There's a few coding packages, but the one we're talking about has, and I'll put this link in the chat for people here in the Twitch chat, so you guys can pull it up on your own screens if you want to do that. So this
Baboonski's
package,
in the house.
Baboonski, what's up? What's up, Chuck? This one includes the spells. So these are codes that you use for your character in the combat tracker. Here's a video that explains it. But really quick, all the spells, all the class features, all the race traits, and all the feats themselves that have codes and require it. You just put them on your actions tab in the character, and you don't have to, it basically just automates everything. It's really awesome. So, most of you will know what this is. A lot of you probably have it. But if you don't, you can watch this video that's on that on that page, and it explains the whole thing. But if you'd like to win it, we're going to give away a copy of it right now, so let's do it. I'm going to go here to DeepBot, and I'm going to go to the raffle thing. You guys are going to see me do this. Reset. Go up here, and...
that's who won it last night.
Right, that was last night, so let's see.
The module.
Let's see. Rob Tui coding package. Now, for the person that wins this, I will also add to it the other coding package, which is all of the magic items. So let me show that really quick.
Whoa.
Nice.
Rob Tui. So there's this one, and again, I'll put this link in there as well. So this link in the chat right now. This one has all of the codings for the actions tab for your character's player. Again, there's a video. I think it's the same video, actually, because they all work the same. But this one is for all the magic items. So rod, staffs, and yes, it is staffs. It's not staves. It's not S-T-A-V-E-S. Just don't everybody email me. It's staffs. And you can read any D&D book since the beginning of time. They've never said S-T-A-V-E-S. They've always said S-T-A-A-F-F-F-S. Wands, rings, potions, gear, armor, items, weapons. So that's all there. So I'm going to throw this in with it. So if you win, you're going to win both of those sets. And that's like about $55. Well, actually, the total would really be... Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, like 100
doesn't
and something.
It say here, but it's discounted if you buy it, but then I'm giving it away free, so whatever. All right. So let's go punch it in. What happened to the thing? Here it is right here. So we're going to call it coding packages. And the keyword is going to be Drake. So I'm going to start it, and I'm going to start the timer for 2 minutes. So now everybody that's watching in Twitch, you can type in the chat !Drake, and you'll see your names pop up here on the left. And then when that counter runs out, I'll draw, and the one person that we draw will win both of those packages. And that's how you do it. Now later on in the show,
lots of people need it.
We're gonna. I think everybody needs it. That's the thing. If you play 5e and Fantasy Grounds, you absolutely need this. It's not even really a question. At least that's what people tell me.
Baboonsky, Drake sucks.
Drake sucks. Baboonsky, Drake sucks. He already has it. But yeah, Jonan, WoW's not gonna get it. But I think you already have it too. I know. And there's a lot of viewers that are here all the time, and most people have it. But yeah, then the other thing that we're gonna give away a little later in the show, probably at the end, for people that stick around and hang with us, we will give away, of course, a copy of this, which is the Fantasy Grounds module. Baldur's Gate. Baldur has a U. The descent into Avernus. The word "into" is capitalized. They didn't do it here, but it is. Just trust me.
Oh, there is a dot on that. You can't tell on the stream. You got to zoom in
On what?
to see that there's a dot above the I instead of
yeah,
a
it's
line.
not. Yeah, it's not a capital I. It's a small I.
Yeah.
But also, if you go like here, it is here too. And well, okay, wait a minute. They do have it. They do make this word as though it's a small, but the word "into." I mean, if you follow grammatical errors, you know, like the and and little short words, articles and stuff, those are never capitalized. But the word "into" is capitalized. Is that right, Lady Shell? You're an editor.
That is correct.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's see how we're doing. Did the timer run out? Yes, it did. Okay, here we go, everybody. The winner is McDork. Oops, I have crashed. That happened last night too. But McDork, you win nonetheless. So
Cool.
Congrats to you. So McDork, here's what you do. You PM me. You send me a private message in Discord. If you're already a member of my Discord, congratulations. If you're not, here's the link to that. And you just come in there and you say, hey Rob, I won the coding package on the show tonight, and then I will see to it that you get both of those. And then later on, I'm trying to see, this thing right here is not not refreshing to see if he's a follower or not. If you're not a follower, you still win, McDorf. But if you're not, hit that follow button, buddy. Hit it right now. But that's what's circling around there. As a matter of fact, it says I have a new update. I might as well just do it now. New update. Update
That's
it.
probably why it's crashed.
It's crashing because it needs an update. Do it. Update.
Please reboot. Oh, it's gonna auto reboot your computer. What?
Please. No. Oh my God, the stream's going away. No. So yeah, congrats to McDork, and congrats in advance to the person who later wins this.
Yeah, you can start playing or running Descent into Avernus and have the coding package all ready to go in one big fell swoop.
Right, and McDork, you can. Chances are low, but you can enter to win that other prize as well. Usually, when we have prizes, I say, if you've won a prize, don't enter to win another prize. But in this case, I would think it would be fair game if you won the coding package, that you could also win this. So McDork, you can re-enter that at the end if you'd like to do that. Now you don't have to. You can sit out and be a gentleman, but you can also re-enter if you want. Okay, good. Let's see if this ever crashes again.
Okay, let's put it this way. If he wins, I will buy someone the copy.
If he wins, you'll buy another one to give somebody else. Okay, I like it.
Yes.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that sounds good. That sounds great, actually.
So very good. All right, well, let's do that at the end. So, Drake, did you have anything else you wanted to say or showcase about the module?
I want you to pull up the Avernus map.
Okay.
It's map 3.1, but I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, pull that one up. Right?
You mean pull up the one I just pulled up? Is that what you're telling me to do?
Yeah. Well, I'm delayed on the stream watching you pull it up.
Don't watch the stream. Watch your screen, bro. Watch it live on your Discord screen.
Whip it out. So this, well, I whipped this out. This map is like the first map they've ever done of Avernus, and as a DM, you don't have to worry about, players knowing where things are, because that changes every day. Nothing's always in the same place. That's what's weird about Avernus.
Oh, that's funny.
But so this is just a guideline, a general idea. But when there's a new leader on Avernus, and this Avernus used to be like a vacation spot. Like everybody wanted to go to Avernus because it was great, but it was the first layer of hell, so they were setting you up for failure. But but since the Blood War and the fallen angel that took over Avernus, it's become a wasteland. So lots of ichor and gunk running around. Hell wasp nest. I can't wait till you guys.
They don't have a scale on here, but I wonder how.
That's because there isn't a scale. It changes daily.
But the river Styx, I know. I was listening to Chris Perkins explain the river Styx, which is it flows along, and then it goes to a different level of hell, but the river doesn't change, and then but it changes around you. And then I was like, what is he talking about? It was pretty weird.
That map was made by Jared Blondo, I believe.
We can check that.
Yeah, I'm a patron of his. He does some pretty nice work. He did the Matt Colville's project. He did some of the art and maps in there.
Let's see. Does it say specifically? Yeah, Jared Blondo did the poster map cartography. Yes.
I think he do a couple more. There's that feel in here a couple times, I think.
He might have done more too, but he definitely did this. Okay, let's see. Oh, credits. You're right. Credits. You're absolutely right. Let me see if I see his name in other locations. And interestingly enough, MT Black, James Introcaso, Sean Merwin, Lisa Penrose. These are all names of people that have stuff on the DMs Guild, and they got noticed and they got plucked out to help with the project. So that happens. One name you will never see here as a writer is Rob 2. You'll never see my name there. That's not what I do. They're not coming after me. Trust me. Matter of fact, they might be actively avoiding me. Mike Schley is a favorite artist of mine. Let's see, is Blondo's name here?
I love his stuff too.
Yeah, Mike Slay, I think, to me, is the best D&D artist. That's just my personal taste. I mean, I'm not saying there's not other talented people, because there are, but my taste is Mike Slay. I own like everything he's ever done. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I go to his site and buy stuff. I don't see Blondo's name in here anywhere else except for that. But great, Tito. Yeah, some of these names you get to know. Shelly Mazanovo, brand manager. She's Tito and Mazanovo, Shelly Moo. They host that Dragon. And then of course they talk about all the books that they drew inspiration from here. Disclaimer: this adventure is a work of fiction aimed at providing you and your friends with many hours of fantastic entertainment. Although devils and the Nine Hells play prominent roles in the story, the evil they represent is meant to be fought and overcome. Wizards of the Coast fully endorses the kicking of evil's butt. Let darkness fall and light prevail. We strongly advise you do not play this adventure backward, lest Asmodeus appear in puff of smoke to talk politics, and archfiends are wont to do, as archfiends are wont to do. Here's the gaming store cover. If you buy the book in the gaming store, that's the cover. Otherwise, it's this one. But if you buy the Fantasy Grounds module, you get them both. What's up? That's how that works. So, anything else, Drake, you wanted to point out?
Just a thing that I think we're going to have to figure out, and everyone's going to have to figure out. Inspiration can work a little bit differently in Hell. If a character commits a selfish act, you can reward that selflessness by granting the character inspiration.
Fucking awesome.
Unlike regular
they
inspiration,
can't give
the
it
benefit
away.
can't be
Yeah.
transferred. Right? You can't give it away.
You gotta just use it for yourself? What a shame.
Right? Isn't that selfless?
Leroon, did you have questions you wanted to ask, or was that about? I'm confused. I know you said.
I'm actually I have a few comments, but I do have one question for Drake. Question, Drake, is are you using that other module that we were looking at before you started the series? The one
Yeah,
from the
Heroes.
DM's Guild?
It's Heroes of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's the original map and everything that I was
Okay.
using.
Cool.
Is that
Right
map? And that map's loaded with pins.
I love that.
That map is extremely
So,
detailed. So
I'll share that with people so that people know what you're talking about.
It's a good springboard for the adventure.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Leroy. Thank you. I couldn't have put it better. Heroes of Baldur's Gate is another thing that's on the DM's Guild. This was done by the people from. Oh, what's the name of that? I can't. Arkham. What's the name of it? Maybe it's on here. Maybe they say who they are. What's the name of the thing? Arkham World. Arkham. Whatever. It's a company. And this is really nice. This was the number. This was the #1 title on the DM's Guild for like 2 months. So here, I'll put it in the chat, but then I'll also show it because, of course, together. So we have it here. Heroes of Baldur's Gate. There is a player's guide and a DM's guide, but I think the map that I'm talking about is. What was the name of that map? Do you remember?
there's the main map, and then there's the individual, like Southwest and.
Oh right, so Baldur's Gate DM. That's this one. This is the one we were using.
Yeah, that's the main one, and I repinned that. I put all the pins on that map.
Oh, you know what? That actually should have the pins. Why doesn't it?
Well, because it breaks it down into all the districts, so you don't really use it that much. But
so if you open a DM district map, that's pinned. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, do the Southwest district. That one's the best one.
Southwest. Okay, let's see. South. Oh yeah, nice.
And that's where you guys are, yeah.
Yeah, so we were so this is way. Oh man, that's fantastic. So yeah, if you decide that you want to get something going with your players before you take them to this module, you can use Heroes of Baldur Gate, which is meant to be. I think it even says. first to sixth level if you play the whole thing. But there's a lot of fantastic art and stuff in it, and you can play this adventure and then start at level 5 maybe in Avernus, because didn't you say that the characters don't go to hell until level 5, right?
Right. Well, I'm just using this as for the utility of it. I'm not using any of the events. Right. Just for the maps and the locations. And I double checked now that I have the module. It doesn't, it doesn't clash. There's not like any overlapping. I mean, there is 100 years between the two modules. So like the government changed, the dukes and stuff have changed some of their names. But other than that, everything's pretty much the same.
Right, and so
There's a
if you're
couple of
strictly sticking to the lore, then you would have 100-year gap. But if you're not, if you're just using the materials and sort of making up your own thing, you don't have to pay attention to that.
Right.
Which is what you did, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to you guys getting like deals and stuff, like
Yeah.
devils trying to offer you deals for your soul and what your reactions are going to be. Because I started this off. I didn't say everyone has to have an alignment. That's your choice. But I did kind of suggest that it may help you as a player if your character has an alignment to make a choice for him. But it's going to be interesting when you get down to morality and what you think is good and bad and what your character's going to decide to do. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Should I sell the party out for
Yes, the answer.
Don't give it away.
Don't give it away.
Yes.
Lady Shell, did you have any questions for Drake?
You probably haven't made it to Avernus yet. You're still in Baldur's Gate as of your last episode, or?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just first session. First
Yeah.
I thought that was
encounter.
well, first session
couple
since you've
Since the
got the
module
new
came out,
module.
Right.
Okay.
No, there's probably, I would estimate 4 more sessions before they get into Avernus.
Okay.
By the way, everybody, here's a link to Lady Shell's article on Fantasy
That
Grounds
looks
College,
familiar.
because it is. I mean, Lady Shell, you do the best articles. You don't skimp on. What? There's my name. What's that doing in there?
You're part of that.
Oh, that's right.
I was talking about your
Gotcha.
game you're doing.
You don't skimp on. I mean, look at her presentation. You guys just read everything she sends you in the email. And if you're not, go to FGC, click on FG Times, click on all articles, and just sign up for the shit. Just trust me. Writing every article's on all this stuff. But anyway, there's lots of good information there. And you guys all know that website, FGC, which is the one that Layroon started and the one that Lady Shell currently runs. Sorry, I don't have it in my throat right there. I don't know.
What?
Just to remind you, Rob, that we are going to participate in the FGC Spooktober.
Oh, that's right. Our Saturday game this coming week on the 27th, next month on the 27th, is October 27th, which I think is a Saturday. Or 26th, whatever it is. It's whatever the Saturday is for that weekend. Our game is going to be part of that, and then Drake's going to do... I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to wear a jack-o'-lantern on your head? I don't know what you're going to do. It's going to be fun.
And Baboon had a question for me. How do I feel about the blood war struggle? Do I think there are any real solutions for ending the struggle? Absolutely. Do I think the players have the characters have the power to end the struggle? No, probably not, but they could influence the struggle for sure. They could change the face of Avernus in this campaign. They absolutely could. They could actually probably could lead to the destruction of the multiverse as well. So it can go deep down the wrong hole. Probably not, but there is a possibility. This is D&D.
Right?
There's always a possibility.
So there's...
Oh, go ahead, Louis. Go ahead.
Oh, there's more lore if you guys go to Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. Chapter 1 talks about the Blood War. So if you want a little bit more information whether you have the Fantasy Grounds module or D&D Beyond or the hardback. I kind of knew that they were going to go to hell because of Chapter 1. They wouldn't detail all this stuff if they weren't going to dig it up later on. So I had a feeling that something was going to come out even before the setting drop, because they detailed it in such detail that it definitely makes sense. And then they kind of loosely tie in the video games with the Spawn and Bahal in the new Avernus setting. So if you're a fan of the older, video game series, they do slightly tie that in with the lore with the actual Baldur's Gate lore. And then if you look at the Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, they also describe the what are they? The Githyanki and those races. And if you
The
look at the
Githzari
and if you look at the previews for Baldur's Gate 3 video, I have a feeling that they're going to pull in. I'm not going to say Spelljammer, but I think they're going to pull in that conflict as well in future updates. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion, but if you look at how they're setting up the books that are in front of it, they wouldn't detail that stuff for no reason. I mean,
I got a suspicion it might be Planescape.
right, or something like that.
Yeah.
So they're going to
Little
set it up.
sigil action, the
Mhm.
city sigil. Yeah, I love that city. That was cool.
So Baldur's Gate 3 is one to watch for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a nice preview video on that. That's a pretty
And Baldur's Gate
cool
3,
looking
they
preview.
don't have a date for that yet, do they?
No.
Didn't you guys just put out a Blood War Players module, Rob? Didn't I see that? Did I dream that?
Blood War?
Marbania?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who knows? I have 165. I can't keep track of this.
Well, yeah, there's some titles that add new classes and races. I can't remember the title of it, but I have it, and you can actually have more sub races for the tieflings.
Oh yeah, now it's coming to me as I'm typing the word Blood War. Yes, we did. We had here format VTT Blood War.
And I actually used those in my one shot.
So we did Player's Guide to the Blood War, and we did Magic of the Blood War. Yes, both of these are very recent. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the Player's Guide was published on September 11th, and the Magic of Blood War were published on September 15th. So very recent, just completed recently. So yes, we did.
That's very good supplemental stuff.
Yeah, that would be good to add to your table too. Those two modules. Definitely a big.
So I can put here. I'll put the.
So I really like the community content that grows up around the setting. It's pretty cool because it adds a lot more stuff to just the basic rules that you get.
Let's see is it called Magic of the? Look how many there is to wade through. I can't even titles. Holy. Here we go. Magic of the Blood War. That's one of them. Put that in there. Another one was Player's Guide. Player's Guide.
Now your bank account information. What?
What's that?
I said not your bank account information. Don't post that. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Oh, I don't have anybody's. Baldur's Gate 3. Open it. Give it to me. Load it. Baldur's Gate 3.game. Watch trailer. Gather your party.
Yeah, there's a scene.
Should we watch it?
Yeah, let's watch the trailer. Let's watch the Flaming Fist skit.
All right, let's tell everybody my birthday. February 23rd, 19 what? Does anybody know?
50.
Shut up, fuck you, 50 fucker.
68.
66.
66.
All right, here we go. Oh, there's that picture.
Yep.
Oh,
I gotta turn the volume. Flaming Fist.
So it looks like.
Oh, this guy's drugged.
Black ice.
Oh, okay. Black. Okay. Is this a video game? What the hell's happening? Fucking alien, man.
No doubt.
A mind flyer.
Yep.
Blair flyer.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
That dude was a mind flyer, I should say. Gather your party. That was me, everybody. I did a voiceover.
It's good. You should do stuff like that for a living.
Kind of do.
So that's
You
gonna.
do.
I don't know how that's gonna tie in with the current lore, but I have a feeling that it's gonna be like next year or something, or the end of next year.
Okay,
Yeah, I
back
heard
to...
someone was talking about the intermix between the game and the D&D stuff that's coming out, and there's a lot of crossover. So that's I
Mhm.
think it's going to be pretty cool. I don't
Like-
know if we're going to get a surprise visit from Minsk and Boo, but they keep popping up everywhere.
What about that Murder in Baldur's Gate? Isn't that a board game? And it's crossed over into the setting.
That
Murder
they
in
used
Baldur's
a lot of that Murders in Baldur's Gate as the basis for this storyline.
Nice.
I think it's even in the credits. Not
Yeah,
in Baldur's Gate.
But I remember they released
Fucking
like
what?
another.
Murder in Nadju's Gate. What the hell happened? Holy shit. Good lord. Not
Did
even
you use your
close. I didn't get
chin?
any of the
With your-
letters right. I don't know what the hell
I
happened.
think you were typing with your chin.
I was typing with my chin. Murder in Baldur's Gate, Wizard of the Coast. Here it is right here. Oh no, that's no, that's not what we want. We want the board
That's the
game.
old module there.
Yeah, let's see. Let's get the board game. Okay.
But that would
Avalon
not
Hill,
be
here we
bad
go.
to add to your table.
Yeah,
That
this
old
one. Oh, it's Betrayal at Baldur's Gate is what it's
Oh,
called.
Betrayal. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting this. I tend to. I've said this on stream before. It's not a hard and fast rule. I will buy games that don't have one player, but I tend to buy games that have a one player option just because I'm a 53-year-old like gray-haired overweight nerd that no woman will ever talk to. So I have to have shit to do at my house by myself. So marriage proposals accepted, by the way, everybody. Just type it in the Twitch chat. So I tend to not buy games that are 2 or more players specifically, but some of them I would. Like I did consider this. I might still buy this. I might buy it right now on stream. This might even be a 3-player game though, which is why I didn't do it. Does it? Yeah. See, this is for 3 to 6 players. There's no fucking way I'm buying that. But I might encourage one of my friends to buy it. Somebody buy it, and I can come over and play it.
Just bring it over.
Yeah, to your house in Florida, which I'll never set foot in again. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
Florida sucks, you guys. Oh my god.
It's only hot 8 months out of the year.
But I heard this is really fun. And Avalon Hill, that's Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro now, but Avalon Hill's been around since the 70s, and I've loved a lot of their games. Squad Leader and kinds of stuff like that. Just really fun. But there's so many games to play now. Everybody should just be playing games. That's all anybody should ever do. Okay, before I forget, let's mention next week. We're gonna Grimlore will be here. He's another guy that does a prolific amount of DM's Guild items for Fantasy Ground, so we're gonna talk to him about. He and I have worked on a couple projects together, but we mainly don't work together, so we're gonna talk to him about what he does and get the lowdown and all that stuff next week. Before we give away the prize, did anybody else want to say anything more about this descent into Avernus? And I'll load up.
All right. I think it was fun. I mean, just looking through the content and knowing how it kind of loosely ties in with everything else. I think it's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I think anyone that it plans on running this game, it's not your typical good guy, bad guy kind of thing, though.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some dark secrets and stuff that the players have, and it definitely opens up the opportunity for, shall I say, some nastiness. I think would be the opportunity for some nastiness. But I think if you've got a decent, semi-mature group of players, then it should go over well. But if you've got a younger crowd that tends to just want to murder hobo everything, uh, yeah, there's a lot of things in here that will make you dead fast.
That's
And
a shame.
learning to flee or to not combat
Yeah.
is tricky. So, because like some players, oh, if they're in the combat tracker, they're supposed to be killed. Well, no, not necessarily.
Yeah, Marmusman, you can't enter. You won last night. It would be funny if you won twice in a row. Hey, I wanted to say thanks for the follow to... Where did it go? The person that just followed. The name's gone already. Oh, it was Ragnar Trigby. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. All right, here we go. So the keyword is going to be... Let's just be super original. Gate. Just like last night. Start. Timer start. So if you'd like to win a copy of this Fantasy Grounds module... Just enter !gate. Baboonsky, thank you, sir. Great show. Great show. You are a great show. Baboonsky, you are a great show. Oh, man, we're getting a lot of entries now.
Yeah, no one's got it. They're all waiting to win it.
Yeah, they're all waiting.
In it to win it.
Win this crap
Hey,
and get the hell out of here.
Dr. DDT, if you win it, I get to play in your game.
If you guys are running this campaign, make sure you study your demons and devils, because they have a lot of little features that pop out that you don't realize until you start running them. So
It really helps you though, because before this came out, I was like, oh, there's demons and there's devils, and I didn't know the whole blood war thing, but it really kind of breaks it out for you and splits them apart and tells you the whole background of it. So that's cool though. Because when was the last time anyone's taken a player into hell? Or
Dan
it's been a
Bookman
while.
spelled gate wrong.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Yep. But
Also,
check out
the thing that I learned about demons and devils is that demons are chaotic evil and devils are lawful evil. So the devils are more organized and the demons are more come at you in horror.
Right? And who do you trust? A lawful evil or a chaotic evil creature? At least the chaotic evil creature's gonna try to kill you. The lawful evil, you don't know what they're gonna do.
True.
They just want your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, study them stat blocks, because they have a bunch of things.
So here it is.
Legendary.
Baldur's Gate.
Legendaries.
Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Whoever wins, I'm going to gift them. I'm going to gift my copy to you. And then after I do that, I'll just rebuy it for myself. That's how I'm going to do it.
It's a Fantasy Grounds Friday tip.
Fantasy Grounds Friday's tip. All right, let's see. Who's going to win?
From someone we know.
Here it is.
Thank you, Lady Shell.
Somebody you know. Somebody you know. No names. Here's the winner, everybody. Rammer 2. Nice job. Rammer 2. So...
All right.
Celestian, jack shit. Rammer 2, just PM me in Discord.
Right.
You know what to do. You've won stuff before. DM's Guild. That's not right. I meant to type Discord. I'm so DM's Guild oriented.
Hammer.
So yeah, R Hammer. I say Rammer 2. Maybe it's R Hammer. So DM me what I need from you is I need your Fantasy Grounds forums name, and then I'll give you that prize. As a matter of fact, if he does it now, no, he hasn't done it yet. I was gonna just do it right now live. But anyway, congrats. That's awesome. For everybody that didn't win, I thank you for trying, and I hope that you'll come to the show. We almost guaranteed on Sunday nights give something away every single week, and if you watch any of my streams, there's never a promise, but there's always the possibility that I just get a hair up my butt and give away something just during a game or whatever. So you never know what's going to happen on this channel. You just don't know. You don't know.
Matter of fact, let's draw another one.
You want to draw another one?
Nice.
Yep.
Layroon is adding to the pod, everybody.
Get your tickets out.
So
there
we better
could be another winner.
We better write this down. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna write down Rammer 2. I don't even know if it's our hammer or Rammer. All right, second winner is. he was fucking popping off in the chat about how he never wins. WML John 1. Congrats, sir. You win the second one.
Hey.
That's awesome. He was saying, I never win. And everyone's like, I believe in you. WL John 1. Okay, so you know the thing. WML John 1. You PM me in Discord, and I'll make sure Layroon gets your information. So both of you winners, as soon as you PM your Fantasy Grounds forums name to us, it's easy for us. I mean, you can have that in your account tonight. It just goes bam, bam. It's that quick. We just type it in and it's over. So there you go, everybody. That's crazy. All right, more winners than we all expected. So before we close the stream, any final words from any of the three of you that I have here with me?
I would say have fun with the game. It looks like it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I bought the book so I could read it on the crapper. But it's it's a good read. It's a good read. I'm being facetious.
And I have everything on D&D Beyond, so I can also go here and Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that D&D Beyond's pretty cool. Yeah, I think you're gonna make me buy that, aren't you, Rob? The whole thing.
I'm gonna make you buy it. Yeah. So
how much is the whole thing? $600?
I don't know what they have a package. I think if you buy the whole thing, they give you a huge discount or whatever. But what I did is in August of like 2 years ago, I bought the beginning, like just what they had. They had the whole like DM's Guild or DM's Guide, Monster Manual, Player's Handbook, and then a couple adventures. I just bought the whole pack. And then now when they come out with shit, I just buy it. And if you have the package, whenever stuff comes out, I think they give you 15%. As a matter of fact, let me go here. I haven't bought some of the things yet, so let's go find out. So yeah, if I buy the Eberron Wising from the Last War, instead of $30, I only pay $25.50. So I haven't bought that one yet. And I also have not purchased Dungeons and Dragons versus Rick and Morty, which is their new starter set that comes out. And then I also haven't purchased the Hunt for Thessal Hydra because
how many heads did that thing have?
I don't remember. I think it had
25.
Oh, it was
25?
That's the one we played in Orlando with Dave. Were you in that game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were sitting next to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, what did he say? He said, "Oh, it's a thing.
Got 7 heads.
It's got 7 heads. Oh, it's
heads.
got 25 heads." And then we go, "How many heads does it have?" And he goes, "Between 7 and 25." It was fucking hilarious. And then I died. And
Shredded
then, yeah. So, but if you go buy all the, like, I don't know if, since I own this stuff, if they have a thing that tells me. Like, I think since I own it, I can't go look to see, like, what would the special be if I just bought it all together or something. I don't think I can see that. Well, I can if I sign out, maybe. Sign out. Then do I get to go look? Oh, here we go. See? Legendary Bundle. All release source book and adventure. Yeah, $565 at this time. And, of course, it goes up every time somebody gets added. But, yeah, you can get the whole thing for $565, and then you get 15% off any future project. Or purchase. View the bundle.
Man, I tell you, looking at that essentials kit the other day when you did it, that was nice.
Oh, the 3, yeah, because I did the Fantasy Grounds conversions for the. Let's see, I did. Let's go look. Dorms. So these are not available yet in Fantasy Grounds. They will be within a few days, but they're not quite ready yet.
Oh, these are the expansions?
These are the, yeah, so if you buy the Essentials kit, that has an adventure in it called Dragons of Ice Peak or something close to that. And it's a level 1 through 6 adventure, right? And these I'm gonna kind of clean up the screen here. Close it. Close it. So then these three, which if you go back to, go back here, let me sign in with Twitch, authorize. So if you go to Marketplace and you go to Store, so there's the Essentials Kit, and if you buy this, it comes with these Dragons of Ice Fire Peak. It's 1 through 7, 1 through 6, I think it is technically. And then Storm's Lord's Wrath, Sleeping Dragon's Wake, Divine Contention are all adventures that take you up 2 levels, 2 levels, 2 levels, and you end at level 13. So through level 12, technically, you know, they say 13. So then I did all these for Fantasy Grounds, and I mean, you can go look at them in the store right now. You can go see. Like you
I
can,
love you, man.
Hey Celestian, thanks for the free sub. So they're all there in the store. They're all 3 of them are here, ready to go. But you can't buy them yet because they haven't been approved by WotC and put into Steam. You know, so the Fantasy Grounds can't sell it till it's put into Steam, and so it's all simultaneous. But they're all ready to go, so they're all done. They're all finished. So if you have the Essentials Kit, you can get these extra 3. The first one's Stormlord's Wrath. The second one is Sleeping Dragon's Wake. The third one is Divine Contention, and this is levels 8 and 9, 10 and, or 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. That's how it goes. Well, there you go. What are your other questions?
Cheerbits in the stream. Thanks
Drake
for the
takes.
cheerbits.
Cheerbits. Uh-oh. Drake takes.
You didn't even put up the bit boss, so that shouldn't
Where
count.
the hell is the Bit Boss?
The Bit Boss is hiding.
No, the
I
Bit
made
Boss
him
is
go
there.
away.
Oh, I didn't.
He's hiding.
I turned it. Oh, because I was. Oh, the other day. Yeah, I didn't put it back.
Diablo Bob wants to know if there's a link to your guys' party characters for the campaign on D&D Beyond. Question to
Yes.
Rob.
Cheerbits in the stream. Thanks for the cheerbits.
Yes, there is. Is there a link? I think there is. Let's look. I'll go to my no, I need to go to my campaign. You're asking about the Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
New campaign.
He wants to know if you can level up there too, or something like
that. Oh yeah, this is the. Unless you have it, you can't get in with that. Oh, I know what you do. You go to you go to view the character, and then there should be where you can. Yeah, here we go. Here it is. Oh, now can't you? Oh, okay. So I can give you the link for my character, right? But then what you do? Here's the link. What you do is if you come here, you can see my character, but then you can click on this campaign one, and then you can see all the characters. So you can go watch, you can go look at Shadows Under the Moon, or Eric with a K, or Chalice, or Borin. So I click on Borin, that's Maticuri's character. And then once you click on a character, you can go back over here again and get all the names there. But
and the only art you can add is the
cheerbits.
Is the portrait?
Cheerbits in the stream. Thanks for the
that.
cheerbits.
Cheerbits, Lady Shell. Lady Shell, let me just tell you what that number was. That was 7 times what Drake put in there. Thank you both, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you both. Lady Shell's crazy.
You're welcome.
I don't know if you know this, but Lady Shell is the unnamed partner in Amazon.com. She doesn't tell anybody. So the billionaire. So you can, and then when we're playing the game, here I'll add it right now, and I'll show people what's up with this. This show has devolved way away from Avernus now, but whatever. It's Fantasy Grounds. It's all cool. So let me go to.
It's all things Fantasy Grounds.
It is all things Fantasy Grounds. Let me go
show them how to convert it to XML.
Yeah, I'm going to show them how to do it. So if you go to extension, so I have the D&D Beyond extension, which anybody can get, and if I activate it and set it as the overlay, yes, then I can go to the settings, and I can say I want to use the Avernus campaign. So Here it is. There's all the characters that we have, and I'll say save. Now, if you are watching the stream, you might have to refresh it, but if it might work just now, but if you're watching it on a computer, it won't work on mobile or anything like that. If you're watching, you can mouse over to the left, and up comes these characters. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I click the arrow, it goes to the right. There's Chalice. So like, let's just click on mine, Osmark Haversack. If you click on it, it brings up the little cheat sheet there, but then you can say view the character, and it brings up the whole thing, just like over here, like we were looking at. And then once you're here on any of our characters, if you click campaign, then it'll bring up everybody's over here, and you can switch to anybody's you want. So as of now, these do not dynamically update during the game. Like if we get hit with hit points, it doesn't change here or anything like that. We can do that manually during the game. Players can go do that if they'd like to. And I'm hoping that one day there'll be some, dynamic interface between Fantasy Grounds and this, and it'll work or whatever. But this is all just... This isn't even meant to be used with Fantasy Grounds. I just use it that way because it's really cool. And so Drake's
Robbie,
thinking...
Can you?
Show
Yeah,
us
can
some
we change
conversions.
those portraits to your tokens that I made? That would be kind of cool.
Well, I don't... Let's see.
You got your icon in there, so...
Yeah, I guess you can. Let's see. Well, but I always use this because I want people, when people are watching the show or my channel, I always use that for every character I ever play, just so people know who I am. But let's see if you can change these. I would have to go to the actual characters. Here, view. Brings you back here. Oh, edit. Change portrait. And then yeah, you can upload something. Yes. Go here.
Cool.
Fantasy Grounds. Portraits. Here we go. So I could change it to any one of these if I wanted to do that.
Cool.
Cousin Clark.
Yeah, he was. That's who I played in Tales from the Yawning Portal, Cousin Clark. But you could,
Miss Cousin Clark.
you could change it to anybody you wanted to. Yeah, and I don't think I have the one that you made, Drake, for the games, but.
So Robbie, we can convert the character number from that website. So if you have a number at the end of the character sheet, you can convert it to Fantasy Grounds.
No, but no, that's not what I mean. What I'm saying is if you have the combat tracker here, right?
Oh, okay.
And let's say, there's a character in there and he takes 10 hit points.
Oh, okay.
I would love it if this information could somehow get to here, but it's not possible now. I mean, I don't even know if it is possible. I'm thinking that nothing's impossible with computers. Just somebody has to write it and approve it and make sure the APIs can dig into each other and whatever the hell it is. But
Shadzar,
yeah, get on it. I'll give you till Thursday. But yeah, I mean, as of now, the closest we can get is players would have to manually update their character here during the game so that people would see it on screen. But I don't think that's that big of a deal. I just think it's cool because the main reason you would want this is if somebody's interested in the character and they can't get the player's attention in chat or whatever, they can just come here and go, now, do they have Vicious Mockery? Wait, what does this guy have? Let me look at his spells. Hold on. Oh, he does have Vicious Mockery. So, it's just stuff for that. They can go and see what their modifiers are and everything like that. Because really the only things that change during the game is if you level up, then things get added. But your armor class and your everything's going to stay the same except your hit points, right? And you can monitor that closely enough by watching the combat tracker. It's all very interesting. Bit Boss, who's the Bit Boss?
Bit Boss.
Bit Boss, Lady Shell. Oh, like I needed to ask. Bit Boss, Lady Shell. She's always lived with. She lasts until Sunday morning, and then she gets taken down. She comes back Sunday night and puts it back up again.
I'm so glad she got a nice avatar though, instead of that generic Discord one that she used to have forever.
Oh yeah, Lady Shell's portrait now is really good. I like it. Where did you get that?
That's what I use on Twitter.
Oh, is that your Twitter thing? Yeah, it is. You're right. You're doing what I did. You brand yourself, and then one day you'll be like, I can never change it now. I made this.
Unfortunately, I didn't buy that picture, but okay.
Well, what I did is I made this. I can't even. I've tried to go back and find where I made this, but it was some video game that's online, some fantasy video game, and I never played the game. I just typed in Google like avatar maker, and I went and I took my picture from when I walked Bloomsday after my transplant, and I had my glasses on, and I took a selfie of myself. You can see, if you look closely in the glasses, you can see my hands with my cell phone, and I had like a Seattle Seahawks baseball cap on.
Now.
Yeah, I had a Seattle Seahawks baseball cap on, and then, but my head's tilted so you can't see that it says Seahawks. And then I took that picture. As a matter of fact, I think I might even have the original. Yeah, this is the picture. That's the picture of me. That is part of. Then I took this picture and I made that avatar with the purple and the sword and everything. There's a big zit on my chin right there. And then, and that's why I put the beard on it. That's why it has a beard. It's because I wanted to cover up that. I wanted to cover up that.
Did you draw that on with the Fantasy Grounds drawing tool?
No, it's just it's just a total avatar maker on some website. And then what I did was I thought, oh Christ, let me just put this for now. I just need something for my, for Twitter and my website, and then DMs go, and all of a sudden it's everywhere. And then people are like, oh, the purple thing, and now I just can't. I can never change it now. That's me. That's what people know me by. But you guys are looking at the original picture.
You load a module, or Fantasy Grounds, open the modules up, and all you see is a pink. How
dare you? That's purple. It's not pink. Maybe the reason you see it as pink is because you're missing a chromosome or something. I don't know. But
Rob,
I have an extra chromosome.
Do you?
Rob, do you still have the photo of our visit this summer?
Oh, let's look. So let's
Rob
see.
has everything.
No, I don't have everything. As a matter of fact, I don't even. Here's me here. I doctored this up. This is my 10th grade school picture. I did not fucking have the player's handbook. I did not. That's a fucking joke. Let's see.
That's classic, though.
Where is my... I just was going to show... Let's see. It should say graphics. Here we go. So Avatar.
If you flip it over, the back has, like, fuck Kevin scratched into it with a ballpoint pen.
So you can see the hands of my... People have never noticed this, but if you look close, my hands are in the glasses' hands. It's funny. And I had to put the beard on there because of the zit. I had to cover that up.
Oh, there it is in Discord.
Yeah. So, do I have the picture? That would probably be on my cell phone.
I got it in the chat for you, Rob.
Oh, you got it in the chat? Okay, hold on. Yeah,
I like the one with you and Lebrun, and he's doing the rabbit ears behind your...
Hey, that's a $2,500 t-shirt, huh?
Where's that? Yeah, this is my $2,500 t-shirt. This woman is Jessica. What's Jessica's last name?
Blair.
Jessica Blair. She used to work for Wizard of the Coast. And well, Lebrun, why don't you tell people who she is?
Jessica Blair, someone I had reached out to a couple years ago, and I was going to have her come into FGC and help me organize some stuff, and she kind of let me know that she's too busy. And what that means is that she actually goes to conventions every week, every year, every month. And she flies around the United States and she does private consultations between clients and publishers. So she used to do something similar to this with Wizards of the Coast. Now she's working independently, so she has to hustle. And I've been trying to get her to reach out to Smiteworks to potentially create some sort of job or partnership with her. So once Unity or something big comes up, she can go to the events that are all around the United States, maybe in Europe, and present Fantasy Grounds as a viable platform for using with either online or with your tabletop game.
Right.
So it's something that, may or may not happen, but it's something I suggested, and we'll see what happens.
Very good. So that's who that is, everybody. And when I went to, I have to go to Seattle every year for my liver transplant checkup for the rest of my life every year. And so Lebrun and I met up and we went to dinner, and we were supposed to meet with Jen Page, thank you, and her boyfriend Max. And for those of you that don't know, Jen Page is a person that she's the graphics person for Smiteworks, but she couldn't make it to dinner. So then I went with And we met at dinner with Paige and her daughter. I mean, Jessica and her daughter, her young daughter. That was fun. And then that's it.
Yep.
All right. Well, as always, 45-minute show, 45 minutes of bullshit. That's how we do it here. So good. We gave away a lot of prizes. We mentioned DM's Guild with Grimlore for next week. I think we can close this. I'll leave it open because of the two winners and the contact us to get their prize. So before we sign off, any final words from anybody?
You guys will love this module. So if you didn't win it, buy it. It's great. You'll love it.
If you didn't win it, buy it. That's right. Well, okay. So, go ahead.
We're probably not giving another one away right away.
No, it's not tonight anyway.
No.
Well, good. Leiroon or Fury's not here. Lady Shell, any words from you, either of you two? All right,
Lady
very
Shell?
good.
Okay.
So thanks everybody for watching. Always great to have people here. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please come and join us on Sunday nights and live if you can, because as you see, we give away a lot of prizes, so you might win one. But we are going to go ahead and shut her down. Everyone enjoy the rest of what's left of your weekend. Appreciate you hanging out. You guys can follow us on YouTube or subscribe to the channel or go to the Twitter and do all that stuff. And we shall see you next time. And until then, good night.